Welcome to my enterprise networking project series. In part 1, we designed the full topology, and in part 2, we completed the basic device configuration and securing the unused port. Okay. Now in part 3, we will build the IP addressing plan that supports all the VLANs. Okay, as you can see, there are 7 VLANs here. Okay, so we are building the IP addressing plan that support all the VLANs, and also the point-to-point links here. Okay, the point-to-point links between the distribution layer and then the core layer. Okay, good. As you can see, this project has 3 floors. Okay, so we have the floor 1, and then floor 2, and then floor 3, and each floor contains multiple departments separated into various VLANs. Okay, so floor 1 contains 2 departments, and then floor 2 contains 3 departments, and then the third floor contains 2 departments. And each department has been assigned to its own VLAN. So let us quickly take a look. We have the VLAN for the first floor. We have VLAN 10, which is the sales, and then VLAN 20, which is the logistics. And then the second floor we have VLAN 30, which is the HR, VLAN 40 being finance, VLAN 50 is the legal, and then the final floor, the third floor, we have the VLAN 60, which is the IT department, and then the VLAN 70 is the server room. Okay, so in this project I will use only 3 major / 24 address blocks. Okay, then I will subnet them using the VLSN. Okay, good. Now the address block will be 192.168.10.0/24. Okay, and then the next one is going to be 192.168.20.0/24, and then the last address block is going to be 192.168.30.0/24. Okay, so these are the address block that I will be using. 3 address block, then I will subnet them using the VLSN. Okay, so now the first address block, which is the 192.168.10.0, will be assigned to the first floor, and then the second one, .20, will be assigned to the second floor, and then the .30 will be assigned to the third floor. Okay, so the floor 1 VLANs, these 2 departments are going to share this address block, and then the 3 departments here are going to share the .20 address block, and then the 2 departments here are going to share this .30 address block, including the point-to-point connection here. Okay, so this 192.168.30/24 will be shared between VLAN 60, 70, and then the point-to-point link between the multi-layer switch, and then the core routers. Okay, good. Okay, so floor one contains two departments, which is the sales and then the logistics department. So I'm going to split the address block, the slash 24, into two equal subnet, okay, which will be slash 25. Okay, so our first address is going to be 192.168.10.0/25, okay, and that is going to be for VLAN 10. That's going to be for VLAN 10. And then the next one is going to be 192.168.10. And then the next one is going to be 192.168.10. Dot 128/25, okay. Good. So these two addresses has 126 usable host, okay. So here will contain 126, and then this address block will also contain 126 usable host. And using the slash 25 gives each department enough IP address without wasting address space. Okay, we'll move on to block 2. Okay, we'll move on to the second floor. Floor 2 contains three departments. We have the HR, the finance, and then the legal. Okay, so I will subnet this slash 24 IP address into slash 26 networks. Okay, good. So the first address block for the first department in the second floor is going to be 192.168.20.0/26. And then the second one is going to be 192.168.20.64/26. That is going to be for the second department, which is the finance. And then the last one is going to have the 192.168.20.1, sorry, dot 128/26. Okay, so the slash 20 says each department is going to have 62 usable hosts, and then the rest of the address block is going to be used for future expansion. So we are left with the third floor, which is the 192.168.30.0 address block. And we are going to assign 192.168.30.0 slash 26 to the IT department, okay, to VLAN 60. And then since the service doesn't need a huge subnet or a huge address space, we are going to allocate a smaller address space for this department. Okay, so we are going to use slash 27 network 192.168.30.64 slash 27. Okay, now the links between the distribution switches here, this switch, and then core the core routers are point to point. Okay, so they are point to point links, meaning they only need two usable IP addresses. Okay, so the best practice is to use slash 30 subnet for this point to point. Okay, good. And so with the remaining IP address from this address block, from the 192.168.30.0 slash 24 address block, we are going to assign the remaining to the point to point links. Okay, good. So the first address block is going to be 192.168.30.96 slash 30. Okay, this gives two usable IP addresses. Okay, and then the next one is going to be 192.168.30.100. Okay, so maybe we can give it to this point to point. Okay, yeah. So the dot 96, one of the point is going to be 97, the next is going to be 98. Okay, and then the 99 will be for broadcast. So the next IP, the next network will be the dot 100. Okay, good. And the same thing applies to this place. So this point here is going to be dot 101. Then this place is going to be dot 102. Okay, good. So the next address block is 192.168.30.104 slash 30. So let us give it to this one. And then the next address block is 192.168.30.108 slash 30. And then we give it to this one. Good. So we are left with the point to point link between the core router and then the ISP routers. Okay, that's the WAN links. That one is going to have a public IP address. Okay, and we are going to use the 195.136.17.0/30. Okay, since it is also a point to point, we only need two usable IP address. Okay, that is why we are using the /30. So we will have one here. Okay, so this point here is going to have the .1 and here will be .2. Okay, and then .3 is going to be broadcast. So the next network is going to be 195.136.17.4/30. So let us put this one here. Good. The same thing will apply here. This place will be, let's say, .5, and then .6. Okay. Then .7 is going to be broadcast, and then the next network is going to be .8. Okay. So 195.136.17.8/30. So let us see, put this one here. Okay, so here will be, let's say, .9 and then .10. Okay, then .11 is going to be a broadcast, and then .12 will be the next network. So 19195.136.17.12/30. Good. Good. So we have assigned the IP addresses. Okay, but we are going to use DHCP to automatically assign the IP addresses to the um, end devices. Okay, good. If you can see, the point to point links here are shut down. Okay, so I'll just enable them, okay, very quickly. Okay, good. So okay, so in part 4, which will be the next video, we'll move on to the VLAN creation and port assigning. Okay, so if you are doing projects to build hands-on experience, subscribe and follow this project series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.